My name is Alexandra Sophia Tutak. My first name comes from my grandma from my mum's side, and my middle name comes from my grandma from my dad's side. However, I never met Sophia, but I did meet Alexandra, or as I used to call her, Babcia Ola. Babcia Ola is one of the most important people from my childhood. I remember when I was a kid, she used to have this huge wooden slab, which, looking back at it now, was probably just a normal sized chopping board, but to 5-year-old me, to little Alex, it seemed massive. From what I can remember, when I was a kid, Babcia Ola and my mum would sit at the kitchen table with this huge wooden slab in front of them, and it would be covered in flour because they would be making cabbage and mushroom pierogi for the Christmas Eve table. Some of the fondest memories of my grandma are of us sat at that very big wooden slab, and she would tell me stories about her childhood in World War II. When I moved to England with my parents when I was 7, my grandma was one of the people I missed the most. I missed her red hair, and I missed her pink nude pearlescent lipstick that she'd wear every single Sunday when she went to the church, and sometimes she'd take me with her. The very first summer we went back to Poland after moving to England. I hadn't seen my grandparents for a year, and as soon as I saw their house, I burst out crying. I actually bought my grandma some kitchen towels as like a little present that I brought her from England, and she really loved them. They were beige and white. I was 12 or 11 when I found out that my grandma was really ill. My parents didn't tell me what was wrong with her at first, but we went to visit Poland that summer, and I found out that she had a tumour in her brain. Because I was so young at the time, I wasn't really aware of everything that was happening, but I'm pretty sure she had some sort of operation. And then we went to visit that summer, and she wasn't the same anymore. Her half of her body was partially paralysed, but not all the time, it was just sometimes, but sometimes it'd get so bad that she would be smiling with one side of her mouth. I knew that they didn't get the tumour out of her brain properly, and she had to go in for another surgery, or she had to go to hospital because she had some kind of stroke. But that summer when we were leaving Poland, my dad was driving me and him back. It was just me and him. My mum and my brother had already gone home. But on the way out of Suwałki, my hometown, we drove past the hospital to say bye to my grandma. And I went into the room and she was laid down. And she got up to say bye to me. And that was the last time I ever saw her. I spoke to her on the phone a few times after that, but she was never the same. It's like they fixed her, but they didn't fix her properly. It's like they took away my grandma and left someone who was almost incomplete, and I'd do anything to taste my grandma's pierogi again.